Yo-hooo! Wait, game stream? I wrong screen. Yo, everyone! Welcome to today's stream! I'm very sleepy if you couldn't tell. It's another sleepy day. Yo, how are you doing? Bienvenido al stream de hoy. ¿Qué tal estáis? Espero que estéis teniendo un buen día. Welcome to today's stream. I hope you're all having a great day today. I hope I can wake up a little bit in, during the stream, I am sleepy. Very, very sleepy. I would have taken a nap if I hadn't, gathered the strength to press the stream button. I was this close to, saying, hey guys, will you be mad if I take, a 1 hour nap? But nah. I am ready, hopefully. I hope that I am. So, today I was gonna draw, today's a regular art stream, but I also thought, I have so many commissions to work on. So what if commissions but on stream? So that's what I'm gonna be doing today. This is one of my current commissions for a fan of VESPERBELL. And I've been drawing these chibis. I've been doing these line arts for the past 2 days, by the way. I finally finished them yesterday. It's been an adventure. Those are really cool designs, but do you know how long it took me to line art these shoes? I have learned so much about shoe design just by line arting these shoes. This is so not exactly out of my comfort zone, but I'm definitely not used to drawing such complicated shoes. Okay, but first of all, Yo-hooo still, Yo-hooo review, Yo-hooo Tetera, welcome! How are you guys doing? Welcome to another day of Yomi Gardenia channel shenanigans, events, and so, let's go! Now that the lines are done, there are still some things that I'm noticing that I need to fix. I had to fix the size of this megaphone multiple times until it was like more or less the same size as the other. But there's still some things that feel a little bit off. So I'm gonna fix that. I'm probably gonna try to fix some things along the way because I'm definitely gonna notice things that I've missed, details that I'm gonna have to add later and stuff. ¿Te atacaron los taquis? ¿Te ataquearon? No, ¿qué pasó? Qué fuerte. No dejes que te derroten. I feel like we're gonna hear the word chew a lot. Achoo! Bless you. Yeah. I'm gonna be adding some base colors in a little bit. The chews especially are gonna be an adventure, I feel. I'm really happy with the line arts though. These are very cool designs. Also, fun fact for those who don't know VESPERBELL, they are a duo of singer VTubers. They've got a channel where they post covers and stuff. I think they also stream from time to time, but they mostly do music. And one of them is named Yomi like me. They are called Kasuka and Yomi. And I don't know, it's nice to see another Yomi. fellow Yomi. Yomi's the blue one, if I'm not wrong. That's cool. Should be a little bit closer. Still feels something. I think this part should be a little bit bigger. It's been fun though, working on them so far. Hopefully I can make good progress during the stream. I'm definitely gonna keep working on them after the stream though, because, work doesn't end after the stream. Most of the time, there's still more things to do. Lower the music. I think it should be fine. If anything's like too loud or too low, do let me know. Always. There we go. It should more or less work. It is. Let's say it's the perspective, right? Let's say it's a perspective. Okay, let's start adding some colors, shall we? Let's go. Something I think I could do. If I work with the outline. Or not, maybe it's not gonna be necessary. Let's just select. Wait, what? Oh, I had like less color difference. What is going on? There's an open line? Oh, in the bangs. There's an open line in the bangs. Despite how meticulously I've been doing these lines, there's still some open lines. There we go. Now let's try not to miss little details. Okay. It's gonna be an adventure to paint them. I think I've also forgotten a lot of the rings. They've got rings and I need to add those. Let's go. Not to forget. We're gonna put the green background so I can tell if there's like anything that we haven't painted. It's also better to not work with like plain white backgrounds. Pedí una Yomi que lo hicieras chibi. No, una de ellas dos. Esta se llama Yomi como yo. Pero quien me ha pedido esta commission es fan de ellas dos. Yep. Son dos VTubers cantantes que se llaman. Tienen un grupo que se llama VESPERBELL. Bueno, su dúo. Y suben covers y tal en su canal. Cantan súper bien. They sing so well. Yo, Rexy, welcome! How's it going? Welcome to the stream! Look, it's only this part that's orange. Maybe I'll fix some things if needed. I've got some more images for reference. They're all their other artworks. We'll check those just in case. We have incredible news! Let's go! What news? Good news is good, as its name indicates. Otherwise they would be bad news. Yo, Adam, welcome! How's it going? Oh yeah, I saw that there's gonna be a collab with Gramblue. There's gonna be the dragons. I don't know if they're gonna add any more characters aside from like the dragons and those two guys. Because they are also adding Belial and Beelzebub, because they are literally everywhere. They didn't want to miss out. But that's cool. There had to be a Gramblue collab again at some point. Big Girly feels weird. It's okay, the stream is gonna be open for a while, so it's okay if anyone is early or late. You can come at any point in the stream. With the whole pack is Gramble. I hope it would be cool to see cards for so many of the characters. It would mean new artwork for Gramble characters. Maybe even of characters that rarely get content. Ooh, I saw, speaking of Zombieland Saga, I saw that there's gonna be also a kinda mini collab with Gramble, with Zombieland Saga. I think they're only gonna like gift some currency and stuff, but at least it's something. I don't know if there's gonna be like anything else special. What there's gonna be this month though in Gramble, I think, is well, next month I think, an Evangelion collab. There's a gradient in these clothes. For now we're gonna paint everything, then I'm gonna add the gradient later. First we just add base colors and then add the detail. They also updated the final chapter of the main story of Granblue. I still have to read it. And I need to read the previous one and this last one that they have updated. It was just like literally yesterday. I have to read it. I really want to see what happens. I can't believe we're already at the end of the adventure for now. Rate it. After I read it, I will rate it, I guess. We're gonna give it a score. 1000 out of 10. Can't believe it's like the final arc of the story. Like, holy shit. It feels like it would last forever, and all of a sudden, no, this is gonna be the last arc of the story. Where are these characters from again? They are two VTubers. They are two singer VTubers? Wait, let me put their Twitter and channel in the chat. This is where you can find them. They upload covers and stuff. Here you go. Ah, this one. Oh yeah, it got sent as a link. Perfect. They are a duo of VTubers and they make like covers. I think both together and separately. They sing super well. I really recommend checking them out. I think they've also done like some concerts. I think they stream from time to time, but I'm not sure if they... I think they don't play any games. It's mostly like talking and announcements about their covers. Not so sure. But they are both really cool. And this one is named Yomi like me. Yeah, they have 3D concerts. They also have like a bunch of different designs for themselves. These are their latest designs. This style of design where the characters get big expressive hands and feet. Yeah, this art style is really cool. The feet really stand out, especially because the shoes The shoes are giant and super detailed. Like if you compare the amount of detail in the clothes compared to the detail in the feet, like they really stand out a lot. Also the thin legs, thin long legs, and then the super big feet. It feels stylish somehow. Really like street, like very street fashion. Feels like big shoes kind of give that vibe of like street fashion. This one's like slightly tech wear. Let me tell you, it's been an adventure to line art these shoes. It's been fun though. I feel like I could improve this. I'm gonna fix that a little bit. Yeah, it's the contrast. It really makes for a very strong silhouette. I'm gonna fix these a little bit. Wait, I was painting instead of erasing. Oops. Instead of like this, huh? Make it more like in the edge. There's a lot of things that I like line arted them from the sketch, since the sketch is not like super clear a lot of times. There's things I've had to change along the way. For example, I made the hair like super long in the sketches, and I had to fix it. A little bit more. Put a little bit more weight. There we go. Some more sand. Elbow. Up a little bit here. There you go. Cool style, a little different from what you draw. I feel like even the chibis, even though I'm drawing the chibis in the same style as always, since I always try to put a little bit of the original style when I draw a character, I feel like I have had to like take some things from the original style, like for example making the legs a little bit more skinny, and also the faces. I feel it does grab a little bit from the original style. It makes it feel a bit different. It feels a little bit different. We'll see how it ends up with the coloring. There's the base colors, gonna take a while. As for the artwork, it was a fun of theirs. There's so many details in the shoes. I feel like for some parts, it might even be faster to just paint it directly without selections. When there's so many tiny details, it takes much longer selecting everything than if I was just like painting right away. Something that's also interesting is the choice of colors in the design. Because there's a lot of like black and white, gray in the whole design. And then you've got these very striking, more saturated bits of color, like this orange or the blues that Yomi has. Because most of the design is like black and white, but the colors also stand out so much. Yo, Alexander, welcome! How's it going? Welcome to the stream. Here. Forget any feel. I feel like one of the twin tails kinda came out better than the other, maybe? Maybe I should make this one a little bit longer. Just to make them both the same length. I like how this twin tail came out though. But maybe, yeah, maybe it should be a little bit longer. Let's do that. Yeah, my day was also great. I had a chill day. My dad came to visit. We played some Genshin Impact story because it got updated yesterday. Been interesting so far, but now I gotta wait until next day that he comes. He's strong. Wait, spoilers as much as I can. That works. There's also some spots I'm noticing along the way. Sometimes hard. Please. Till you do like a selection, some different pixels are detected. Yoko Paper, welcome! Context yesterday means day before, so that means it was released on Wednesday. True facts. Fact checked. Welcome to the stream. Also rolled for the new character and I got her, but now I have barely any rolls. I hope I can get enough for Escoffier when she comes again. Wait a second. Painting the right layer, right? I hope so. Sure hope so. Nutter Night. That doesn't sound so bad. Sounds fancy. It's like another night. Okay, forgot some lines. Been redoing this part multiple times, fix the size. Kingdom of another night where time doesn't pass. Oh. We're getting some lore. You feel negative whenever your game gets less attention than the other. What would be your advice on it? I mean, I guess it's inevitable to feel a little bit like I wish my game got more attention. But I mean, the other games also deserve attention, so it's not something that I feel bad about often. It's like, cool, more games. It's literally the two cakes situation. Like, I understand that there's other games that get more attention than mine because games are good. There's a lot of good games and they do deserve the attention. I try to look at it in a positive way like that. It feels inspiring. I feel like I used to feel a lot more views sometimes of other artists years ago. And it often gave me like art block, like wow, it kind of like took away the inspiration to draw. But it all changed when I started, instead of looking at it from like a comparing myself perspective, I started looking at it from an inspiration perspective. It was like, wow, what can I learn from these people? What can this thing inspire me to do? In the end, every other developer, especially like indie developers or solo developers, they are people that have like put a lot of dedication to their work, like you yourself as a developer can do. I guess that it kinda changed my perspective to see like other artists not as competition but also as like people that I can like put myself in their shoes, because I'm kind of in the same situation. Like, we're all artists in this world trying to do what we like, trying to draw and express ourselves the same way. I don't know. It consumes you so you can become a JRPG boss with a lot more lesson for the characters. Oh my god, I'm gonna be the final boss. That doesn't sound so bad either. Too many games, not enough monitors. That too, yeah. I mean, in the end, there's so many games in the world, it's impossible to play them all, so it's not a surprise that a lot of games maybe aren't gonna get as much attention. But every game can find their audience. A lot of times it's a matter of like knowing how to advertise yourself and not giving up and being in the right place at the right moment. At least you can still beat the boss in real life. Can you? Can you, Mono? Yo, Mono, welcome! I think that's illegal. I think beating the boss in real life is legal. I think you can get in trouble for that. A lot of people wish it was legal, but unfortunately for them, it is not. You can, but you can only visit that place once. After that, the place is locked. You sound like you have experience with that. You have something that you need to confess to us? I mean, still feeling negative about things and comparing yourself, feeling envy, that's like a natural thing too. Those are human feelings that are really hard to get rid of. There can always be that feeling of like why can't I be the one getting this attention? Why is my work not getting this attention? But more than the problem is when you start like blaming the other people for those feelings. Like it's not their fault. They have if people have managed to like make their games get more attention, that's you feeling bad about that. It's not their fault. Like it's something that's good for them. It's something to be happy about. So more than like trying to avoid those feelings is like, I would say it's more important to interiorize them and process them in a healthy way that avoids like hurting others. And those are like human feelings. We are feelings and we have human beings, you know? But yeah, I don't know. I'm not very good with words, so I hope it's understandable the way that I put it. I lost the second boss face, Yomi got banished by someone later. And then you can never try the boss again. I'm gonna be invincible that way. If I am too powerful in my first or second phase, no one will be able to defeat me. Ever. Until the no-hit speedrunners come in. How does it feel like to have people like the things you do enough to pay for them and even just watch you craft them? It's undescribable. I have no words for that. You know, that kind of thing is one of the things that helps combat those feelings. Because sometimes when you think you like become too immersed in the negative feelings, like, oh no, not as many people as I would like play my games or whatever, stuff like that. Thinking about the people that do kind of helps combat those bad feelings. Like, wait, there are people who enjoy my games. My games can be enjoyable. It's just that a lot of people have not played them. A lot of people just don't know that they exist. That's something that happens with a lot of stories. That's why it's important to share indie developers' works and stuff. Yeah, don't worry, you don't have to tell me to answer. Like, I do answer this stuff most of the time. Like, sharing indie developers and artists' works is super important to like help them be seen by more people. After all, because that's how we learn that their work exists. Yo, Varius! Also, Yoko Kair, welcome! How's it going? I hope that my wisdom is like a bit useful, at least. A little bit of wisdom for the day. I'll get a couple of those. No! Not like that. Not like that. Those don't count. That's cheating! We don't do that here. I would prefer if it was like real people playing the games. Makes a game remembered for generation. What games of today would outlast this century? I have no idea, because I have not lived past this century yet. We'll see when this century ends. Like, I guess it depends a lot, because you never know what can happen to, like, with time. That's why it's important to preserve games. Very important to preserve games. It's so easy to lose a game forever. That's why game preservation is vital. Clankers need a purpose. Games have funny backstories like Plants vs. Zombies. The original game was made for the dev's wife and she even sings as the sunflower. That's cool! Really wholesome to see like the motivations between the games too. stuff like that. In the end, there's a lot of stuff that is like very personal of the developers. It can be easy to forget when a game becomes like very well known. But there's always like some sort of motivation or feeling behind. You can live past the century because you're a ghost already dead. But I could still exist past the century, and then I will see all the video games that will happen during that century. That would be great, actually. I would love to see all the games forever. All the games of existence. Thank you for adding my language to your game. No problem. Thanks to the translator. The translator, Vanessa, did an amazing job. Because yeah, now Goodbye Tired Stars is available in Indonesian. And some days ago. It's available in so many languages now. This is another one of the things that really like pulls me back from like feeling bad. Like seeing how many people have played Goodbye Tired Stars and even offered to translate it into so many languages. It's like, wow. It has reached so many people. A game that I made in like 2 weeks. Even though I made it in such a short time, I put a lot of like thoughts in that game. And it just like, I don't know, it gives me a lot of good feelings. So many people have enjoyed it. Corporations are now the ones making the culture. Well, it does help that the corporations making games are already well known. So it's a given that their games are gonna have a big audience. But that does not mean that their games are gonna be like absolutely everything that will be remembered. There's gonna be so many indie games that are also gonna be remembered. Like think about Undertale, Deltarune. Those are like the main examples that come out. But to go like to a lot of the ones that I like, Yumeniki. I love Yumeniki so much, and it has been such a big influence in so many other games. And it's the indiest game to ever indie. There's so many more. Among Us. It also helps that it's so short, but also it's so good. Thank you! Ooh. I'm really proud of Goodbye Tired Stars. Don't miss the chance to recommend Faraway Story. True! Guys, have you heard of another very good indie game called Faraway Story? That's my favorite game, by the way. You should play it. It's free, by the way. Game never seen the sequel is Moeko Castle since the creator haven't posted or anything related to it. I think she did mention that the game was in the works, but she had to pause it because of like real life situations and all that, which makes sense, you know. Games aren't made in a vacuum, unfortunately. There's always other factors that can affect with that. Yeah, free is the best price. I wish I could keep all my games free forever, but unfortunately, in this economy, at some point, I'm gonna have to think about making commercial games. All the games that I made so far are gonna stay free. What else? Everything's painted. Remember that if you like indie game, best way to support it is to spread the word. Let other people know about it. One of the things that helps the most with supporting games in general, word of mouth. You remember Pingu? How could I forget Pingu? I would never forget Pingu. Have I ever told you guys? I think I have. Have I ever told you guys about how in Gamer University, before classes started, we would watch Pingu episodes in the in the classroom projector? Yo, Semi, welcome! How's it going? It's been 35 since its first episode. Wait, what? Happy birthday, Pingu! Not. Need to celebrate then. Oh my god, I didn't expect today to be Pingu Day. I used to watch Pingu a lot too on TV. Yo, Sherry, welcome! How's it going? Not. It's Pingu Day. I feel like I'm gonna have to some colors here and there. For now, I'm gonna paint all orange, and I will fix stuff later. Pingu was the people's hero. Yep. We'll never forget you, Pingu. You will always be famous. Oh, it was March 7th. Oh my god, March 7th. No way. Like the Star Rail character. Oh, March 5th, 1990. Oh. And we'll know for the next year. We'll know when to celebrate Pingu Day. March 7th, okay, March 7th. That we'll never forget. Because it's the same day as like one of the main characters of Star Rail. Okay, let's spin. Push. Are really gonna be something. Los zapatos van a ser una cosa. An amazing storyline and a decent amount of content make a game be remembered? I guess it really depends. Depends on how that is told, but it also depends on the experience that the players have, I think. I feel like no matter how little known a game can be, there can always be someone who remembers it. You'll get at least one video essay. That would be so cool. I hope that one day one of my games gets a video essay. That would be so cool. I think the experience. The experience is what matters the most. Yeah, it doesn't necessarily have to be a super big game. Yeah, decent amount of content sometimes can make also people not finish the game, because not everyone is a completionist. So maybe if a game gets very long, maybe people can like end up like forgetting about it and moving on to other things. It's something that can't really be controlled. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. But I think the important thing is the experience. Wait a sec, right? I feel like this is a little bit different from how I've line arted it. We're gonna have to add some more lines to our long video essay diving in the quiosphere. I wish. Maybe someday that will exist. I think that what matters the most is the experience. how the player connects with the story. Doesn't matter how long or how dense the game is. There's very short games that have really stuck with me for a long time. Like, there was one game that I played last year that I think about super regularly, and I think it has become one of my favorite games of the past years. Definitely my favorite game from last year. And it's one that I played a bit of it on stream, called The Thief, the Witch, the Toad, and the Mushroom. That game lives rent-free in my head. I love it so much. And it's not even that long. It's not a very long game. I really like it. I really recommend it. Also, it's free. If you guys like free games, I really recommend checking out that one. It's really worth it. I hire Big Man Tire to do NPC. Does that count? I have no idea who that is. Who's that? Plot twist, Yomi Spirit herself give a 5-minute quick interview with that same video essay. Oh my god, I'm not ready for that. I feel like I would struggle not to talk too much about the setting. Like, that would take away the fun from like video essays. If I confirm everything, it wouldn't be so fun to like theorize. I need to be strong. That's something I need to learn. I need to learn to not say everything. In my brain, everything's like planned. I want people to know everything, but I can't. I need to keep some secrets. You think makes the character scary? I'm not sure, like, what is scary is gonna be different for every person. I don't think there's like an absolute scary. I guess there are some tips and things you could follow to make a character scary, but it also depends a lot on context of the story and how they interact with other characters. It will ask you memes like, where is Pechugas? Pechugas is in our hearts. I miss Pechugas so much. Maybe someday we'll find her again. What's that? That's a chicken that we had in our D&D party, and we lost the chicken in a cave. We don't know where she is now, but we believe that we'll find her again. Chicken that was accompanying us during an expedition in a cursed continent. Chicken cold breast, yep. That's the gist of it. Pechugas forever in our hearts. Siempre en nuestros corazones. Pechugas. If Yumi will pull up its pixel art like it's missing poster. I could! Thank you for the idea. I can show you, actually, the little token that I made for the chicken. Pechugas! This is Pechugas. She's small. She's so small and so lost. I believe that we'll see her again someday. Did your OC drawing already done? Wait, you mean the one that I was working on last week? Yeah, I posted it. I posted it finished. Yeah. There's a lot of people with anime profile pictures. Well, you are literally in a YouTube channel of an anime girl, so... I wouldn't be surprised. Yomi's an anime girl, technically? Technically, I'm an anime girl, more or less. Yeah. I'm an anime girl on the internet. A live 2D girl, if you want to be, like, more accurate. Yeah, I'm a live 2D girl. Should be... This would be this... There's a lot of different orange colors. No sé leer, un momento, necesito agua. Es anime, ¿dónde está tu opening? El opening es la pantalla de espera. Le falta mucho anime a mi anime opening. Simplemente es opening. Yeah, it makes sense that people who watch VTubers very often are also anime fans. Not necessarily, because there's a lot of people who watch VTubers who don't watch that much anime, but it's like a normal pipeline. That's true, I made the profile picture. It's a pixel art. Okay, that's also same bright orange. I was thinking about it and ways to make a character scary though. That can be an interesting thing to think about. Because what can be scary most of the time? I don't know, a lot of people are scared of spiders. But maybe someone who's not afraid of spiders will not be scared of a spider character. I am a big fan of like spider ladies. If you know what I mean. However, if we go like a little bit more like general, things that are uncanny or out of this world can be scary. Things that are out of the normal, things you can see is a good way to put it. Yep. Wax statues can be pretty scary. Oh yeah, the uncanniness of like wax statues is a very big point in there. Because they know that they are not people, but they look super close to real people. Like, this kind of dissonance. That knowing that something looks very real, but is not quite a person, that can be very scary. This quote's scary. Last person sat alone in a room, there was a knock on the door. That can be a scary quote, yep. And not because of like what happens. Because I know a person sitting in a room, not scary. Person knocking or like a knock on the door, not scary. But the context of putting both together, knowing that that's the last person, makes you think, wait, but then what made the knock on the door? It's this kind of uncertainty. What is on the door that is scary? So the fear is in the context. What was? Oh my god. I'm gonna have to get another one of the illustrations for reference. I'm gonna have to put it on my other monitor so I can look at it much better. There we go. maybe it's like a lot more gray in how I painted it. This part in here. Should collab. Unfortunately, I don't know them, and I prefer to do collabs with people that I know. I rarely do collabs because most of the time I do prefer to just do my thing. It's fun to collab from time to time, but it's not something I do super often. But I do prefer to collab with like people I know. I appreciate the suggestion. I stole your weapon, I said to the knife man. And said the two knife man. No way, there was another knife. It cannot be. This has like potential for the that's subreddit of like 2-sentence horror stories. Minimal. His feather could be a little bit better in here. Wait a second, I just noticed something. This part of the ribbon is now separated from where it should be. This is what happens when I move too much. I move this too much. Knife Tony versus Many Blades Matthew. Oh my god, the showdown of history. See, that's not scary though. That's more like exciting. It's like a duel that you would want to watch. You need to know what happens there. Intrigue. Expectation. Ooh, the feather has a lot of colors, now that I look at it. The horror movies in the 2000s did that. That's true, but they put it in a scary context. Maybe they were not making... Two Knife Tony and Many Blades Matthew fight each other in an epic battle. Maybe they were making them like chase people around with knives. And that would be scary. It wouldn't be the same thing after all. Okay, we're almost done with the base colors. And it's only been 1 hour. Send help. Gonna take forever. See. What's the story of people here on this stream? You mean these two? These are the 2 members of VESPERBELL. They are 2 VTubers. Oh, the people here on this stream! You mean the chat? I don't know, that depends on everyone. We're all just chilling here. I've met by chance here on this place called the internet. Here we are. This is the same. Bright orange. Hmm. I think it should be a lot more metallic. Color might be the right one. Yoko, I love saying. There we go, we can start now. The party can start now, let's go. Welcome. Not to mess with VTubers as long as it's in a polite way. Now we can also paint the buttons. There's a lot of tiny details that are like patterns on the clothes that I still haven't added. I think it's gonna be better if I add them later. Part of the coloring. Some little spaces. Painting with selections, this always happens. There's always little spots that end up unpainted. That's it for the base colors for now. I'm missing the gradients still. Guess we can add some of those. Example here. I select these. People here find interesting in anime. Personally, I do like the styles, because there's not just like one anime style. There's every artist has a different style after all. But there's like also good stories, like cute anime girls with big badoinkers. You know what? That's very fair. That's very understandable. I agree. Double crumpets! Even with the even with the username, I recognize you. Welcome to the stream. Now you are Mabu. Hey, let's move on to the next. Move them over here so I can put the reference on the other side. YouTube has a valid and not evil reason to change the usernames. Totally, yeah. I don't know why they did that. They must have been a very good reason for it, right? Totally. I can't believe there's just one anime. Of course, SpongeBob SquarePants looks the same as Kimetsu no Yaiba. They are both anime. You know what other series is technically also anime? Pingu. Pingu was on my anime list, by the way. Yeah, the animation is also... Even though there's like a lot of animation studios that, you know, there's always been like famous screenshots of characters in the background being like super wonkily animated. There's a lot of cutting costs, but there's also animes that have very good animation. It's also a different kind of animation than the more fluid that you see in animation movies sometimes. Yes, miss, one anime, please. For me, it's mostly the style and the stories, I think. And the characters, I guess. But the characters are kind of included with the style. If there's an open shape here, I'm gonna have to paint it manually. Get stories with anything that is an anime, really. Yeah, stories, there are good stories everywhere. It isn't really dependent on the style. I mean, there's a lot of anime that the stories aren't really that good either. There's a bit of everything after all, it's just a kind of animation. Good story can be in book and in moving show, yeah, true. 20-minute duration format is also a good point, because that's true. There's a lot of series that have like 1 hour episodes. Like, I remember when I was watching Arcane, it was just weird that the episodes were like 60 minutes. It's like, wait, that's just a movie. Why would you make like a series only like 6 episodes or so? Well, it's 9 episodes per season. It feels like they make a lot less episodes of longer length. But 20 minutes does feel just right. It's a good amount of time to like keep you engaged. Also not take too long. That's a movie, that's illegal. No movies allowed. It makes it easier to just like watch one episode and then go do something else. There's a detail that I noticed in their designs, and it's that there are some lesser details in each of them's design that has like the color of the other. For example, the earring. They've got each an earring with the main color of the other. Spirit medium is one that can summon Yomi. YouTube videos? YouTube videos is the superior medium. At the end of the day, it really is big badoinkers anime girls. I mean, it's one of the big reasons, you could say. It's cool. It makes the designs very complimentary. Also, these kind of strands of hair. Each of them has like strands of hair in the color of the other. Really cool. I'm gonna pick some of the colors that I use. For example, for the eyes, pick the same. People have strands of hair, but not usually multicolored strands of hair. It's a character design thing, okay? Detail. People have strands of hair. A lot of times they do, yeah. It might sound surprising, but yes. Yes, they do. Pick some of. Even my OCs have strands of hair. No way, that can't be. Old Yomi would draw every strand of hair. That's so true, actually. You should see some of my old chibis. I used to paint them. That way. Have any of you here felt short in height? No, never. I have never felt short in height. I would never feel short in height. I don't know why you would suggest that. That has never happened. And it will never happen, you know? Never. I would never feel short, okay? Needless Yomi theory strikes again. I mean, I don't have fit, but like start disappearing at the knees after all. In a way, I would say that I do not have knees. Or farming is just baked into ghosts. Anybody can deny that it suffers from being too faithful to the source material. As in the monologue too much because that's how it's written in the light novel or manga. Yeah, adapting things from one medium to another can have that problem. Look at how many animes adapted from visual novels fail at doing what they are supposed to do because it's a different medium. Sometimes the stories are made to be in one medium and not any other, so a little problem that it has. Not everything is meant to be on an animated screen after all. Sometimes stories are meant to be more like narrative experiences or interactive experiences. Can also be games. Was never adapted itself though. They just take the manga and do that, but give it minor animation voice acting. Oh, thought I had seen a mosquito, but no. Like the biggest example of that I can think about is Umineko, because holy shit, the Umineko anime was definitely a good example on how sometimes things are not meant to be anime. The manga was okay. I feel like the manga was like the lesser evil between the adaptations. It was pretty good, but the best version is definitely the visual novel. Like, holy shit, no point in comparison. No point of comparison. Yep. Knowing how to adapt one thing to another medium is definitely an entire skill. ¿Puedes decir por qué pero sin spoilers? Sí, no hay problema, puedo decirlo sin spoilers. Más que nada es porque en la novela visual siento que se centran mucho en los pensamientos de los personajes, las reflexiones que hacen internamente. Hay mucha narración. Me parece que es algo muy importante de la historia, toda esa narración de los personajes. Pero eso en el anime es muy difícil de integrar. Like, the reason why I feel like Umineko does not work as an anime is because the visual novel has like a lot of internal monologue of the characters, a lot of reflections, a lot of like inner thoughts and exploration of how they are on the inside, and that's something that you cannot really add to an anime without spending 10 minutes with a character monologuing to themselves. That would not work. Also, like lots of explanations of the things that are happening. It's something that just definitely doesn't work. Also, things like the red text. Umineko has something that is called the red text. When a witch speaks in red, it means that she's telling the truth. How do you put that in an anime, you know? I'm not sure how they adapted that, but it seems like impossible to do it in a good way. It wasn't meant to be anime? You mean the giant visual novel with lots of undertones, meaningful dialogues in between its entire length, and a play on the fact that it's done in a visual novel? So true, yeah, exactly, that one visual novel. Higurashi anime is good, actually. It chose the wrong Ryukishi anime to watch. Fun fact, I have watched the Higurashi anime. I feel like the Higurashi anime does a better job, but I haven't read the visual novel, so I can't really compare. I have read Umineko in its entirety, but not Higurashi, so don't see how it couldn't be anime. Clearly it's perfect, yeah. Can't wait to miss so much context on so many characters and stuff, you know? I haven't watched the anime in its entirety, but I do know that it focuses a lot more on like the gore and the violence, and that's like the surface of Umineko. Like, yes, it's there, but it's not the main point of it. There's so much more to Umineko, and man, I will definitely always recommend reading the novel because holy shit, Umineko's so good. Literally changed my life. Crash anime I liked a lot actually, but I guess some people don't like the format since it has to reset. Well, that's the kind of story it is. But I mean, ReZero also does that. It became super popular, so maybe it's just not for them. Because not every story has to be for everyone. My friend Scribble, well, have you ever seen us in the same room? I think not. No way! Like Zumineko a lot. It's such a good visual novel. I really, really like it. I think to this day it's still one of my favorite visual novels ever. I like it so much. When I say that it changed my life, I'm not joking. I feel like it gave me a wider perspective on a lot of things. It's so good. So many people say that. I've heard a lot of people say it too, yep. And I can understand why. It does have very interesting life lessons on how to define this. Like, I feel like a lot of the things in my games, especially in the Dreaming World, has quite a bit of Umineko influence. I think one of the things that really taught me the most, I don't know how to explain things, was like how different people can perceive, like how, for example, well, there's that sentence that they repeat a lot in Umineko, and it's that without love it cannot be seen. And it can be interpreted in many different ways. One that really stuck with me is how when someone doesn't hold love for something, it's harder to see the positive parts of it. Like, it really makes you think. But there's a lot more to that. It's way more than my ability to put together words would let me explain. ¿Has visto la historia del Silent Hill? No, no la he visto. En realidad no. Pero se ve muy cool. Y he escuchado mucha gente decir que es literalmente Higurashi otra vez, pero diferente. A ver, está escrito por Ryukishi. Así que literalmente dijo, ¿y si hago otro Higurashi? Nadie puede detenerme. They let Ryukishi make Higurashi again with the new Silent Hill. I haven't seen the story yet. Maybe if I feel brave enough, I will watch it or something. But it does seem interesting. And as your thoughts on Hinata and Toph hanging out, that would be cute. Maybe they would get along. I did watch Naruto Part 1. Part 2, I kinda forgot to continue it. When a friend loves a game and you don't, it's hard to see what parts they like so much. And also with people. Like, when there's a person that you don't like, it's hard to see what they do in a positive light. It's more likely that you're gonna try to maybe think more negatively of them, things they do. It's easier to find, like, excuses to keep disliking them than to try to see the things they do in a positive way, after all. But when you do like someone, it does feel easier to, like, see what they do in a positive light. How you feel about something or someone does affect how you feel about the things that they do, right? But there's a lot more to that. It's just like one of the many meanings that without love, it cannot be seen. Another thing that I really enjoyed was like the way that magic was explained. How like... it's really hard to explain. It's another way of interpreting without love it cannot be seen, like... I can't find the words. But it's the perception of magic. Look at them eating crackers like they own the place. Even something as harmless as that can sound like so mean. A little bit harder to talk about that example with magic without going into spoiler territory or things that happen in the story. But it's more related to what the visual novel is about. Yeah, the way to perceive magic does also have to do with that. Mineko's so good. Redo Mineko. Even if it's like 160 hours of text. It's worth it, I promise. It's very worth it. That's awesome. I'll add the gradient when I finish everything. I don't know exactly what Umineko is about, but I would assume it's kind of like if you don't want to engage in its story, you won't be able to glean its deeper meaning. That too, yeah. Like, there's so much to take from it. Yo, Franchu, ¿qué tal? Oh, come. You don't like reading? Yeah, I think you would not like a visual novel. Still, that's understandable. In the end, it all comes to like individual taste. Catherine wants you to trust them, and you have to trust Dave online since it seems to be some kind of mystery. Well, Umineko is basically... How to summarize Umineko? Umineko is a mystery story about like this family that reunites every year in an island because they are rich as hell. And this year, well, the year that the story happens, they are reuniting to discuss about the inheritance because the head of the family kinda on his last days and stuff like that. But then they get trapped in the island because of a storm and people start dying and they say that there's a witch and all that. And it's a bit of like it all kind of devolves into a duel between the protagonist, that is a member of the family, and the witch, to prove that the murders were committed by people and not by a witch, because the protagonist does not believe that it was the witch that did it. So the witch is like, no, I did it with magic, and he's like, no, surely there has to be a way for one of the people in the island who have committed these crimes. And they've got like it kind of like keeps resetting, and people keep dying in different ways in every episode, and the protagonist and the witch keep debating about how it must have happened, and it is really interesting. What's that quote about without love it's hard to see? Without love it cannot be seen is a quote from Umineko. Umineko no Nakokoro ni. I really recommend it. Really recommend it. Very good visual novel. Tell my father how I am looking forward to reading that novel and finding out about the scene of the bombs. Oh yeah, the small bombs. Look at them reuniting at the dinner like they own the place. Oh wait, they do own the place. It is true. They do own the place. Another thing I really like about it is how all the characters are super nuanced. Like all of them have like a lot of facets to them. No, if that's the right word. Like there's no flat character in there. All of them are like explored in depth. There's no character that is absolutely evil or absolutely good. Really interesting. Yomi, read Higunashi. It has a woman you like. I know. I need to read it or at least finish watching the anime because I only watched the first season. Is it just me or is Umineko the anime equivalent of Maya for Yomi? Well, the visual novel equivalent actually, because I have not watched the anime entirely. And it's definitely not as good. But yes, I really like Umineko. Please read Umineko, guys. It's so good. It is so good. Probably just more of a meta commentary. If the characters say it's probably the fact that some character is doing something that seems terrible, but if you don't try to understand, you won't see the beauty behind their actions. Something like that, yeah. Something like that. Umineko, the OST is so good too. Yeah, the OST of the visual novel, it's so good. Holy shit. It's all bangers. These buttons are also... Go. If we're talking anime, my favorite anime, Natsume Yujincho. I still have to watch the latest season. It's like I feel like I'm waiting for the right moment for it, and I still haven't found a moment to watch it. But I love Natsume Yujincho. It's a slice of life by the boy that can see yokai. He had a grandma that could also see yokai and went around like beating the shit out of different yokai and taking their names. So now the yokai are like going back to him like, hey, can you give us back our names? Also there's a very chunky cat. Sorry, Yomi, but unless the media has an explosion every 3 minutes, I can't engage with it. You need the skateboard gameplays. I don't know if I would still like Love Hina if I watched it again. I'm sure it aged bad. Probably. I never really watched it. I knew that it existed, but I never watched it. But there's so many animes from back then that have probably aged kinda badly. There's some that I would like to watch again. Especially the magical girl shows. I wanna rewatch Corrector Yui one of these days. That series has my first anime crush ever. Hope I can get my real name back someday. I hope. Maybe someday they will go back on the decision. It's such a dumb decision to put the usernames. Like, come on. What's the point of having like customized usernames if you're gonna put like the default username anyway? Come on. It's okay. You can still be crumpets to us. We won't forget your name. Don't forget who you are. Wait, that's not the right color. These ones. I don't know why it was blue. Okay. It's like the inside is a little bit blue because of the light. This mine is still there, yeah, for now. Knowing YouTube, they will end up changing something else and we will all lose our names forever. Like a fake contract. They're gonna take our names away. They don't let you like change his username. Maybe they let you in like your YouTube page. You can change your like default username. These many months of gardening. No, it's okay. We'll always remember you, no matter the decision that you make. That's a lot of months of gardening, though. Holy shit! Thank you so much, Crumpets. Ooh. 35 months is a lot. Oh, months of streaming, yeah! In December! It's gonna be my 5th anniversary of streaming. 25 years since I started. Yeah, 5th? Even 3 years of food for Yomi, yeah. It really does help a lot. You're so old! Come on, I'm not that old! What do you mean you may not like me, Crumpet? What do you mean? Crumpets, I appreciate you! Come on, you can't do that. I'm glad you like my stuff. They're gonna give us serial numbers soon. That's gonna be the next step. They're gonna take away our usernames. And they will just give us numbers. Appreciate me. No, but it's a good thing. Come on, guys. I'm trying to make this the same way that I did it. Let's choose. Oh no, what? I assume you don't mean me, because I am only my wife's wife. You have a wife, Yomi? Yes, I have a wife. Her name is Reckelford. She was the winning design for a contest I did a while ago to design a cheese lady. And the winning cheese lady, the prize was I would marry the winning cheese lady. And that's my wife, Reckelford. She was designed by Lamprey. There's a lot of context behind that. Yo hago de fiu, ¿qué tal? Sí, hablo español, sí. Wait, ¿no serás látigo por casualidad? Ahora que ya no muestra los nombres de usuario. Thought it was a real life. I wish. I wish. Unfortunately, I don't have the drawings I did of Reckelford in this computer anymore. I have her in my external hard drive. I need water, I think. Hold on. ¿De dónde hiciste el avatar? Pues me dibujé a mí misma y luego me aprendí a animarme en Live 2D. Y así ahora puedo moverme. Me dibujé además en este mismo programa, Magento Psycho. You don't have... I do have a wife! I have a wife, Reckelford! I am sorry, I am only into women. And I'm not taking offers on more wives. Yeah, but jokes aside, I'm not super comfortable with like people calling me wife or waifu or like I don't know how to put it into words. Anything that can sound like flirty or GFE, I'm not here for that, so I'm just here to chill and draw and sometimes play games and sometimes make games. Really married to your 102, so you can't add more. You wouldn't be cheating to my OCs, right, Mono? My OCs are okay. You can simp for my OCs if you want. I am off limits, but my OCs, you can simp for my OCs. Don't worry, you know when I... Crumpets? Crumpets, what do you mean? Only simp for my own OCs. I mean, that's what OCs are for. If you have the power to create unlimited waifus making OCs, that's a great responsibility. You can create your own waifus. My wife Euroc number 43 currently fighting with my wife Euroc number 97. I think you need to start like checking how many wives do you have. Maybe that's the problem. Very well, Yomi. Thank you, Crumpets. Thank you for always appreciating a certain OC of mine. El mismo colorcito. No lo hice. Oh yeah, same. I did do it the same way. I would never dare my children. That's fair too, yeah. There's OCs that are not meant to be waifus. They are just your babies. Your creations. Bye bye, Mono! Take care! Thank you so much for coming! I take good care of that OC. You do, you do. I'm really happy to hear that. Exercise can be a powerful tool against despair, but it's so tiring. I don't like doing exercise, even though I really should. I should do exercise. Not to be confused with exorcise. That's a very different thing. One that is not very healthy for ghosts. Maybe that's why I don't like exercising, because it sounds too similar to exorcising. Honestly, I don't care. I just want to chill. Oddly enough, in many years, I have not gained any weight at all. I'm not really worried much about that, honestly. Oh wait! I forgot. But something. Little circles in the megaphone. This one should be a bit bigger, I think. Wrong color. With this one. I should do exercise, but I don't wanna. I'd rather sit down and draw. I have too much work to do. If it counts, yesterday I spent like 5 minutes walking around my house. Does that count? You can say it's real ghost weight. Okay, that's a little bit better. Feels like sometimes 2-3 minutes of exercise can make it go away. I've heard of that too, yeah. I heard that there's a lot of people that exercising puts them in a much better mood. So it is a good advice. Wait a second. Am I in the wrong? Okay. I was thinking maybe I was painting in the wrong layer. I forgot. I feel like there's still something a bit wrong with how I read the lines here. It should go like this. We go. Maybe I'll only have time to do the base colors, but it's something. Will be good progress. Okay, next. Oh, true. Leave over here. Because I think this leaf is actually the same color. Leaf is actually the same color as the rest. That means the globe is slightly darker. Right. This music is telling me I should play Zelda. Oh yeah, this one does the melody in the background. This kind of feels Zelda-like, yeah. Even though it's Genshin Impact. It's Genshin Impact. Oh wait, yeah, Megaphone is not. They have a lot of complementary details. like Hoyo games, but I can't deny their quality. That's fair. I mean, the music is undeniably good. I do enjoy the games, even though I'm not super happy with the decisions they seem to be taking lately. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but they have put on some very suspicious job offers that are making me question the uninstall button. Disappointing. But I do enjoy the games. Like, Genshin is kind of a comfort game to play. Nice to explore. It has very good music and environments. The story is also getting really good. However, I hope that they don't take the decisions that they seem they are gonna take. Otherwise, I will have to press that button. Keep selecting the lines instead of the spaces between the lines. Oops. Here. Little Pizza, Russian pizza delivery company collab with Genshin Impact. Didn't know about that. Huh. Curious. A little bit more saturated. Barely noticeable. This way it will stand out a little bit more here in the megaphone. Here. I really like the composers that make these remixes though. They have so many different lo-fi arrangements of many different things. And they are made by humans, which is also an important thing. They have a very nice style. Wait, no. Brother. Feels like it's a little bit... I think that should be a slightly different color, the blue that I've been using. Trying to keep it consistent between the entire design. Wait. It's a bit different. This one's slightly darker. This one's the lighter one. It's slightly this. Okay, we're almost done. Only the gradient left. I think we can start adding these colors. Oh, not base colors, base shadows. My brain is so full of base colors right now. Green in between. And we blue. Go. I think that's it for the base colors. Let's go. Progress. Making progress. Okay, time to start these shows. Folder to put. I feel like the skin turned out a bit different. Also add the nail color later on. There we go. Probably won't do much more because I feel like I'm starting to need a break. It's a bit more than usual. I'll still try to go for a little bit more. Also, I'm excited for tomorrow because we can continue Earthbound. I grinded a little bit of stream. Now I think I'm level 25. I think we're ready to continue. It becomes so easy to grind because the enemies start like exploding as soon as you enter combat with them. the makeup. I think with the makeup, the vibe is also gonna change a little bit. Even the eyelashes are orange and blue. Happens in real life too. Oh, be careful around your level 3 friends. Oh no! Be very careful then. Oh no. And avoid entering combat with friends. Otherwise, you know what could happen. They explode. We don't want that. What? Getting a cat in the kitchen. What are you doing? Oh my god, it's a lady. A lady. I have a lady. Oh. Baby. She's purring and being so cute. There's some shadows. Oh my god, Ellie! Thank you so much for the raid! Welcome! Welcome to the stream, everyone! I am painting after doing face colors for like 2 hours. Welcome to the stream! How did the stream go? It was Hades 2, right? Yo-hooo, welcome! How's it going? Yo-hooo and welcome! Thank you so much for the raid! We got his neck raid. Please don't step on my cables. Ow! Galvanix, welcome! How's it going? I've been working on these chibis today. And these shoes wear really something. Look at that. I spent the day before today. Well, the day before yesterday. No, the day before today is just yesterday. Day before yesterday, line arting these shoes. The entire afternoon. It took so long to finish. Don't get to catch many Yomi streams, which I could, because when I do end up catching one, I'm never disappointed. Yes, thank you for coming. Glad you've been able to catch it. Yeah, I'm really happy with how they've turned out. Can't wait to see them complete. Thank you. And okay, downloaded the game to give it a chance. When I tried maintenance 5 hours. No, that's really unfortunate. What game? I get heard of it. Oh wait, I forgot the inside of the sleeve. I forgot. save because I don't remember the last time that I saved. That would be a problem. Oh no. Always remember to save. If you're working on something, save check. Don't forget to save. Hearing that infectious Yomi laugh can add years to a person's life. That's kinda ironic considering this is the laugh that literally killed me. You don't have a timeout to save function active, Yomi? Sadly, Paint Tool Sai version 1 does not have autosave. So, nope. On Clip Studio I do. Clip Studio does have an autosave. But right now I'm using Sai. So, yep. I don't have autosave right now. Is your nightmare? It does sound very edgy, holy shit. Like they say, va durísimo. It goes hard. Sounds familiar, but I don't think I know it. Just sounds vaguely familiar. I hope that the maintenance ends and that you can try it. He's unfortunate. That was the laugh of a dead person, but I didn't think it was the laugh specifically that killed you. I died of laughter after trying to tell a joke because my joke was too funny and I couldn't even finish telling it. That is the lore TM. People laugh. I don't know if that would come out right. I can't do evil laugh. Maybe if I'm like reading a game and a character doesn't even laugh, I will try doing an evil laugh, but right out of nowhere, it's kind of difficult. Good way to go. There's worse ways to go, yeah. At least it wasn't the worst. The worst part is that I wasn't able to tell my joke. Maybe that's what's keeping me in this world. They say that ghosts are ghosts because they have unfinished business. Maybe my unfinished business is telling the joke. That means I can never tell the joke ever again. And you want to do karaoke again? I'm not sure. Maybe another one of these days. This time with music. But probably not Despacito because, I'm gonna be honest, I don't like the song. I'm not a fan of Despacito the song. I need to learn some new songs. I still feel like I need to expand my repertoire. I don't have that many songs. At least not new songs. There we go. I still feel like there's some painted spots here and there. Oh. For eyes. I'm gonna try to at least paint the eyes because they've got an interesting eye design. wanna try. See how they turn out. I'm trying to play lunch yesterday. Oh, maybe that's why I haven't heard of it. What is it about? Why did you become a VTuber, Yomi? Good question. At first, it kind of started out as a joke. Like, haha. It was around that time when VTubers started getting popular. I started seeing like whole life clips on YouTube recommended and all that. And they were really fun to watch. And then the jokes started happening like, haha, imagine me but VTuber. What if I became a VTuber? Haha, funny joke. And then the funny joke was no longer a funny joke because all of a sudden I was drawing my design. I was slowly being materialized as an anime girl. And all of a sudden I was learning Live 2D to be able to rig and animate Live 2D models. And you know, all of a sudden I had programmed debuted on YouTube and I had a channel ready to go, and it was like, wait, this was supposed to be a joke. Part of it was because I started watching a VTuber artist and it really motivated me to try it myself, because whenever I watch her draw, it was like, wait, this is something I could do. I could try to like draw on stream, share my process and all that. But at the beginning, if you had told me like 5 years ago that I would be now streaming, I would not have believed you. At that moment it just seemed impossible, like something I would never be able to do. But then it was like, but what if I did anyway? What if I actually tried it? And you know, just kept at it, and now almost 5 years later I'm still here. Mostly, I still do the same things that I did before I started streaming, but now I do them on stream. Like, wait a second, what are you doing? What are you doing? Noise! A gobbling cat. Many good things have started with jokes. Very true. Did you know that the acclaimed visual novel Hatoful Boyfriend started out as an April Fool's joke? Very good visual novel, by the way. Didi, stop scratching the sofa! Oh, that behavior. Your cat said psst. Didi. Yeah, well, she came actually. Here now. The psst worked. Turns out streaming was right where you were supposed to be. Like, I really wouldn't have believed it, because before I started streaming, I barely ever spoke English. I was really embarrassed to do it, because I was mostly used to just reading it or writing it and speaking it, especially speaking in public. Because technically this is kind of like speaking in public, but with a disguise, with the separation of a screen, so I don't get like the super horrible stage panic. I thought that I would never be able to do that. I've always been super bad with public speech. Like, I've suffered a lot when having to do presentations in class. It was definitely one of my least favorite parts. But now I'm here, like talking to you all on the internet, and I don't know how I got into this point, but I'm kind of glad I did, you know? I'm glad that I decided to try, you know? Like, in the end, I'm still doing the same things that I used to do before. I used to draw, play games on my own, but now I can share them also. I can, like, help make some games known to more people. I can have an excuse to play games from my backlog that have been like resting there for a long time, and also I get to draw and show my process also. It's been fun. Like, I'm glad that I decided to try it in the end. I never thought I would be able to like sing on stream, like holy shit. I did try recording myself multiple times before that, but I was never happy with how I sounded until I got a good microphone and I was like, wait, maybe this doesn't sound so bad after all. Maybe I can sing a little bit. It depends a lot on the microphone. Something that really helps is thinking, if this was a recording of another person, would I still think it's horrible? Or am I just like biased because I'm used to my inner voice and I don't hear myself from the outside? That's I think that's part of it. What's apocalyptic future? 5 minutes into the game you get introduced to your team and the cheerful red-haired girl. What? What the hell? Yeah, I think the game is up to par with the title, you know? The title already sets in the expectations that it's gonna be edgy. You're more than good enough with English for it to be perfect in stream or any speaking audience. Thank you, I'm glad to hear that. At the beginning I was really worried that no one would be able to understand me and I would be here like blah 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 blah. I don't know how to speak. I mean, I can't get rid of the accent, but it's part of me, I guess. It's not a bad thing, I guess. Let me drink. I'm glad that I started streaming. It's more of a side thing, what I've always been doing, which is being an artist on the internet after all. But it's glad that I can like share more things this way. En sus primeros streams ya hablabas bien inglés. Eso sí, like, a ver, el inglés nunca se me dio mal especialmente, pero es simplemente que me daba mucha vergüenza hablarlo. Like, I already like had a good handle. Is that correct? I already knew English pretty much since like long ago, but I was not used to speaking it at all. It was really embarrassing for me. I guess I've just gotten used to a lot of things from streaming. There's still a lot of things that I can keep improving with time, I guess. You never really stop improving after all. Maybe I'm never gonna be the perfect streamer, but you know what? I'm having fun, and that's enough for me. Known English nearly my whole life, speaking since age 12. Nice! I think I started learning it in school around like 6 or 7 years old. But of course I wasn't very good at it at the beginning. Probably later. I think English, I don't remember when it starts being taught on. Maybe 8? Because at 6 you're like learning like letters and stuff. I don't remember. It's been long ago. Like I'm becoming better at English even more. I hope. There's still a lot of times that I forget words and I'm like, wait, is this correct? Is this right, or am I just like making things up? Am I inventing the language? Or am I making sense? I don't know. I did start learning English at school, but later on I got used to like reading in English on the internet. Something that really helped me learn English a lot. Yes, I'm gonna mention it again. Homestuck. When I read Homestuck, I ended up learning a lot of English along the way. Oh no. Oh no, it's already setting in. This is what happens for mentioning Homestuck. Also, like, playing games in English really helped. Have you watched any Digimon series? Not really. I did watch some OVAs years ago, but I don't remember much of them. That's all that I have watched of Digimon. I don't want to try the games though. I have some, what's it called? I have some of the games on Steam. The cyber sleuth games, I think. I wanna play them these days. The person who is English first language, even I get confused and make up words. It's part of the stupid language. Yeah, it happens with Spanish for me too. Sometimes I forget words in Spanish and it's like, whatever, I'm gonna say it in English or just make up a word outright. In English it's really easy to make up words though. Learned English through playing Roblox, nice! That's also a good way to learn, like the more you use the language, the more you read it, the more you end up learning. Teaches Spanish! Hola! No sé qué enseñar, la verdad. I don't know what to teach, honestly. New Digimon game has a demo. It's really good. I've heard of it, yeah. Time Stranger, right? I wanna play the others first because I've had like my eyes on, you know, there's one of the games has like some interesting characters. I remember this blonde lady. She was like in a car in a trailer. And that's all that I remember. I remember the blonde lady in the car. Hola, amigo. Hey, you're getting it. You're getting it. That's not bad. You're just missing an H before the hola. Kidnapped! No, Rexy! I mean, if it's Nix's first language, I think they've got the right to call it a stupid language. A ver, que igual todos escriben mal a veces. Eso es también muy cierto. Muy verdad eso. That's so true. If you say hola amigo like that, people are gonna understand you, even if it's missing one letter. Where the she is, because in Digimon Saviors the main character decided that his fists are rated E for everyone and punches Digimon? What? The guy fights Digimon, it's dumb but amazing at the same time. He just said I don't need a Digimon to fight. Missing one letter? Only one, yeah. Only an H before hola. But it's not even pronounced, so I don't even know why it's there, honestly. It's there just for show. You know what? Yes. Yes, you're so right, Rexy. You're so right. You're so you know we should write it like that from now on. Hello, Zyker! Welcome! How's it going? Welcome to this team. Enjoying the English, but some of the words, oh my god. Besides, I mix my other languages into it, so it's a unique string of nonsense. Yeah, in the end, languages evolve like that. Sometimes we need to do a little bit of mix and match to express ourselves. Knowing more languages allows us to do that. Something I've also noticed is that when you know more than one language, you end up sometimes saying things in different languages, even in the same sentences. because it kind of softens the way of expressing some things. For example, whenever I say things in English, I feel like it sounds a bit softer than if I say them in Spanish, because it's not my main language, so I don't feel the meaning as much as I do in Spanish. So if I'm trying to like express some inner thoughts, some like deep thoughts and things that have been like, I don't know, worrying me or something, sometimes I say it in English because it kind of feels less embarrassing to say my thoughts out loud in English. It feels different, it just hits different, I don't know. Digimon partner became his partner because he won a fist fight against him, and now he calls the MC boss or Haneki in Japanese. Oh my god, that's amazing. Kinda like gangster coded. I need to play the Digimon games that I've got. Like, I only remember some OVAs from the anime. I watched them without having watched the anime at all. They were nice. I think one of them was animated in the same style as like Summer Wars, I think. Maybe made by the same studio. It was nice. But I don't remember much. It was many years ago. What are we missing? Maybe it should add a little bit more shadow here. There we go. It depends whom I am talking to. Can be more clear, mix one or two other languages, or just fumble my first language. Yeah, it depends. Like, how you express yourself depends on who you're talking to. Recommend Time Stranger for someone new in the franchise. If I can get it at some point, I will consider it. But the other games were like super cheap during a sale, so I got them first. I think that's the most important point. They were very cheap. Okay, what can I paint next? Oh yeah, the ice. I wanted to do the ice. Okay, I get that you wanna like hang out with people, but I don't know if the stream is like a good place for that. Like, we're here just to chill during the stream. If I had like a Discord, I guess that kind of thing would be easier, but I don't have one and I don't plan on making one. So I wouldn't insist much, just in case. Isn't that the best selling point? Ah, I see what you did there. That's an interesting pun. Selling point, you say? Maybe after I finish Earthbound, I'm gonna add one of the games to the list of long games. Earthbound tomorrow, by the way! I'm excited to play more Earthbound. We're gonna be earthbounding. That's what I meant to do that. The best puns are the accidental ones. Yo, Minto, welcome! How's it going? Welcome to the stream! There's these circles. Let's try to add those. Maybe I should have moved the pupils. A little bit more to the center. These pupils should be more here at the center. This way I can do the circle much better. Then look at that. Changes the impression quite a bit. They have such cool design. Fix the shape a little bit. Both look so cool. By the way, if you don't know who these two are, these are the two members of VESPERBELL. They are two VTubers who sing. Mostly they do covers and concerts. And one of them is named like me. This one is named Yomi. This one is Kasuka. They sing super well. I recommend checking them out. The shoes were really something. I can't get over the shoes either. I'm gonna leave them for last. For like painting them last because holy shit. This is gonna be certainly an experience. Who are they? VESPERBELL. It's written down up there if you wanna like Google them or search them up on YouTube. Wait, I could just send the links. You can find them easily. You can find them. They're here. Oop. Here. Yomi concert when the budget allows it, I guess. maybe another karaoke one of these months. Soonish, hopefully. Last one was fun, but next one will be with instrumentals probably. Last one I did was without instrumentals. We go. Something I've also noticed is that there's a strong outline. We can add that too. A little bit more of give us a bank, a drop of point, and sometime the budget will increase. Not sure if we'll be there. We'll still be rooting behind bars. Oh no! Please don't get in trouble trying to increase the budget. Maybe one way to increase the budget is to tell people about my games. Maybe if more people check out my games, I can get a bigger budget eventually. Make even more games and stream things. You have games? Yeah. Put the link in the chat. Make games on RPG Maker sometime. They are all free for now, but there's some extra booklets can be bought for like small prices. They've got extra stuff like notes, development notes, and art and stuff. What are my games? At the moment, I'm also working on a secret project that I cannot talk about yet, but it's also gonna be game related. And what else? I want to make a commercial RPG Maker game at some point, but I want to focus on the secret project first. But that idea is kind of like it's just spinning in my head at the moment. Okay, let's add a little bit of light. There are so many more games that I want to make. Most of my OCs, the ones that I draw during Paint Monday, my challenge of drawing all my characters, are from projects I want to make. Like an RPG Maker about Dieselverse? What? But those wouldn't be my OCs. I have way too many ideas to be adding new ones, so maybe you can make that games, Hiker. Remember, make the games that you want to see in the world. Have you seen any of the memes from the new Digimon game about the male main character wanting to be princess carried by Digimon but he can't? No, I haven't seen any. Maybe someday he'll fulfill his dream. Never give up. And made a D&D session that was Dieselverse. Each of us played a different Vin Diesel character. It was very funny. Oh my god, what classes were they? Incredible. That's a concept. So he was a tank, the other guy was Riddick, which was rogue class. That sounds actually super funny. Still calling out how unfair it is that Leomon, muscular lion guy, princess carry the female MC, but Lilithmon, demon mommy, can carry the male MC. Life isn't fair. That shouldn't be like that. I think both should be able to princess carry. Yeah. Come on. Both can princess carry. It's not fair. I agree. We can have nice things. Ah, maybe they were just being cowards. There's a bit of an unpainted there. I'm gonna be finishing soon after I finish these grey shadows in the twin tails. I will be back tomorrow. Tomorrow we've got Earthbound. I grinded to level 25 and now I'm ready. See how far we can get tomorrow. Is out the early access today and you all should play. It's a mix of serious, sometimes splitters and hat in time. First time I hear of it. Interesting. RPG terms, Lemon is like a level 20 warrior while Lily's one is a level 80 demon lord. There's no way she can carry us in her arms. Like, that's just people being cowards. She should be able to. Like, come on. What if I wanna be princess carried by a cool demon lady? You know what? Heard about it, there's an amazing game being made called Forlorn Memories. Yeah! I know about it, I've been following it for a while. I know that it's made by a solid app. I've been following it for some time and it looks so good. I can't wait. It has so many different styles, like I remember there were words. My brain is starting to melt. This is the sign that this is enough for today. I remember seeing like the chibi 3D models of the characters, but then also like the full body 3D models, and also voice acting, and the environments look super good, and you can play instruments. There's so much stuff. I don't know. I can't wait to see the final result. Okay, before my brain melts anymore, I think I'm gonna leave it here for today. It's been good progress though. Been able to paint the base colors of everything, which has taken like 2 hours. And a little bit of shading. For now, I think I'm gonna take a little break and then I'm gonna continue off stream. I'm gonna spend the rest of the day still continuing commission. I'm gonna take breaks from time to time. No. Important. Have you seen the Megastar Me memes? Yes, it's amazing. I love Megastar Me. Honestly, peak design. It looks so silly at first sight, but it's so funny. Like, holy shit. I'm so glad that a lot of my favorite Pokemon got Mega Evolutions. I'm really happy. Sad that I can't play the game, but maybe someday. Maybe I'll be able to. Maybe on my super legit Switch someday. It's literally just regular Starmie with 2 longer legs. That's exactly what it needed. It's literally all that it needed. Nick, thank you so much for joining the Gardeniers. Thank you. And welcome. Welcome to the club. Enjoy your emojis. It has those long legs. It's Patrick from SpongeBob. The Patrick with the tides. Literally same image. So, I think we're gonna leave it here for today. I will be back tomorrow with Earthbound Part 3. I wonder how long it's gonna take to reach the part that I left it in the first time that I tried to play it. Because I did try to play Earthbound years ago, around like 10 years ago, and I never finished it. So now I'm trying to do it on stream. Hopefully this time. Maybe this time I can finish it finally. Getting Mega Garchomp Z because regular Mega Ring Garchomp. Wait, what? Garchomp is getting another Mega? Cool. Maybe this one will be like cooler. I don't know. I don't remember normal Mega Garchomp, honestly. A lot of Megas are like super cool, and a lot of them are more like what did they do to you, you know? But a lot of the new ones are really cool. Have you guys seen Mega Frostlass? Super cool. Mega Candelore, so cool. I'm not gonna mention anymore because maybe I'm spoiling someone. Sorry if I just did. I'm just too excited, okay? Okay. For now, this will be all for today. Thank you so much for accompanying me. Muchísimas gracias por acompañarme hoy. Que por ahora cuidaos mucho y nos veremos a la próxima. For now, take care and I will see you next time. Bye bye.